Before your next paycheck lands, run this 60-second audit. If every pound you earn already has a job, you don't have a money problem, you have a thinking problem. Today you'll learn the 4 switches that move you from earning to building. Money doesn't create discipline. Discipline converts money into assets. By the end, you'll have a 1-minute morning drill that compounds focus and a test to see whether your next decision builds assets or burns hours. Welcome to Mindset for Building Wealth and Legacy. Comment switches below and I'll pin the free audit template. Wealth begins before the first pound is earned. It begins with how you measure time, value, and risk. If your plan ends at payday, you're playing a weekly game in a lifelong league. Today, we'll switch your mind from income to wealth with 4 levers the investor class guards jealously. Switch 1 is horizon. Wealthy thinkers stretch time. Most people plan in paydays. Investors plan in decades. When your horizon extends, patience becomes profit. Look at your last 3 major decisions. Were they designed to pay you this month or to pay you every month? A designer I coached saved 20% of his income for 3 years. When opportunity came, he bought his employer's side brand outright. Same talent, same salary, different horizon. Circumstances limit options. Patterns decide outcomes. Change the pattern. Every short-term choice compounds in silence. A coffee habit can fund a small index fund. A weekend course can build a new income stream. When you train your mind to see 10 years ahead, noise becomes data and time becomes capital. Horizon thinking is the first wealth switch because nothing grows where you keep uprooting it. Plant decisions that you'll harvest in a decade. Switch 2 is unit of measure. Salary flatters, owner's yield tells the truth. Ask yourself, for every pound I invest, of time or money, what cash-on-cash return am I really getting? Most people measure their worth by their payslip. Wealthy people measure by yield. An employee earning £70,000 starts a small service that runs on one simple system. 2 years later, that tiny system adds $12,000 a year in profit without extra hours. Same total time, new yield curve. The poor ask, how much can I make? The wealthy ask, how much can I keep and reinvest? When you shift your unit of measure, you stop chasing raises and start building engines. Every habit, every contact, every system is either a drain or a dividend. Audit your week and label each task. Does it earn once or does it keep earning? The answer tells you if you're working a job or managing a portfolio of hours. Switch 3 is work model. The wealthy stop trading hours for cash. They build systems that trade value for time. Freelancers invoice, founders install. Every procedure that repeats without you is a clone of your best hour. It might be an automated email, a rental property, a digital guide, or a trained team. Each one is a silent employee working while you sleep. One entrepreneur I met spent years chasing clients. Then she documented her process, filmed tutorials, and turned them into a small online course. The first month it earned £200. A year later, it paid her mortgage. She didn't work harder. She built a system once and let value replace presence. Systems compound like interest because they free your attention for the next build. Before the break, remember this line. Problems are puzzles with price tags. Solve them once, sell the solution forever. That's how an hour becomes equity. Switch 4 is attention. Attention is your most expensive real estate. Guard your mornings like equity. Each distraction costs owner's yield. Every alert you answer steals compound focus from your future. Wealthy people treat focus like capital, invested, protected, and reviewed. Run this weekly checklist. 1. Does this hour build an asset or only income? 2. Which task will compound if repeated weekly? 3. What distraction is costing me more than it returns? Write these on paper, not screen. The physical act installs awareness. Problems are puzzles with price tags. Your attention decides which ones you can afford. A young investor once told me he finally stopped multitasking when he calculated that each interruption cost him 20 minutes of refocus. At 6 interruptions a day, he was losing 2 hours of compound time. Daily, 10 hours a week, 500 hours a year. That's 12 working weeks lost to distraction. Guard your focus. It's your highest yield asset. Now we combine the 4 switches. Horizon turns impatience into patience. Unit of measure turns income into yield. Work model turns effort into systems. Attention turns noise into signal. Together they create discipline, the hidden currency of wealth. Discipline is currency. One focused hour reinvested daily becomes a system. One system reinvested monthly becomes wealth. Discipline is the quiet engine that powers compounding. It's not punishment, it's allocation. Every act of restraint funds a future reward. Here's your 1-minute morning drill. Before checking your phone, open a notebook and write one line. Today, I compound this. Then name a single action that builds or protects an asset. Sending an invoice, refining a system, learning a skill, mentoring someone. Small, specific, and owned. 90 consecutive days of that line will rewire your sense of progress. You'll start seeing money as a byproduct of structure, not struggle. Wealth isn't loud. It's quiet consistency. Legacy isn't inheritance. It's the habits you hand down. The mindset of wealth is not about owning more. It's about mastering yourself so that ownership becomes inevitable. Before we close, remember this truth. Money follows clarity. Clarity follows stillness. Step back from the noise once a day. Think longer, not larger. Extend your horizon. Measure yield, not salary. Build systems, not excuses. Protect attention like property. Do that, and your life will begin to compound. If this shifted how you think about time, money, or focus, subscribe and join the Legacy Builders. Download the free Notion Wealth Operating System in the description. It includes today's audit, the 4 switches templates, and the morning drill. Protect your attention, extend your horizon, and I'll see you in the next session. Discipline as Currency, Part 2.